Vitals are stabilizing. Organism will be combat ready momentarily. An incredibly powerful biological weapon towed from frozen ice. And it's running away from wild. Data channeling. We now have fine muscular input. Attack online. Spiny shell. Deals 5 damage back to all melee attackers. Serrated talons. Strength levels still climbing. Use quake to pound the ground and stun layouts. Feast. Ooh. Increases attack speed and movement speed by 50% and grants lifesteal upon every attack lasts 15 seconds. That is beautiful. Neural network successfully mapped. Which should be neural network. Not continue on mission. Also, we have to keep him alive and plant a Nox bomb. Do we get him with more missions? Because he is beautiful. Attack. Move. Them Yetis don't seem so happy about our new toy. They're busting out of the woodwork to kill it. This is a Zerg. Then again, considering this is a custom campaign, just because it looks Zerg doesn't mean it is Zerg. It could very well be a... could very well be just using the Zerg model. But considering it is set in the StarCraft universe, it is very well likely just isn't doing simply that. Which model is it using? I don't recognize it. Okay, everyone make your way towards there. We really should have Razorface lead the pack, but whatever. He's making his way forward, plowing on through.
You gonna give me orders?
No more Yetis. I was kind of expecting constant assaults. Speak of the devil. Wait. Okay, it's Yeti and Younglings. Just since I saw the size difference, I was assuming it might be Yeti and... well, these small ones are Yeti and the other one's a Matriarch, or whatever. Okay, what's going on? I'm waiting for this to go terribly and I have to fight Razorface. Gigapaw, terror of the ice caves. Sorry. Just felt a random evil laugh was appropriate. Randomly. Move on. That mean looking one is between us and the planting coordinates. Take him down. Okay, attack. Reinforce. Feast. Basically effectively negates any damage they do, provided we get the last hit. They better not be spawning in more.
Your forces are under attack.
Attack. I am glad they gave Razorface, not Gigapaw, the hero thing up there. Because it just makes things so much easier to control. And I think this has shrunk slightly. Like, the numbers have gone down. But I'm not 100% sure.
Your forces.
An exceptionally large Yeti that somehow speaks English. Interesting. Ooh, we may have the choice between Razorface and Gigapaw. And I'm sorry, I'm somewhat in love with Razorface right now. Hack and slash. Wake. Shake and bake. Come on. V T V T V T T T T. Ooh, Christ.
Yes, sir.
I chose poorly. Oh, Christ. Okay. Heal.
Not enough.
Just kill it. My god. I started panicking tactically and made poor choices. Razorface is healing as it flees. Sorry, Gigapaw is. Engage. Heal. Annoyingly running low on energy here, so it doesn't mean I can keep using these abilities. And Gigapaw is about to reach its max again. Still a bit off, but it's close. Too close for my liking. Okay. And pop it. R, 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 T. Okay, move. Oh, Christ. Okay, kill it, please. I do not want my Marines getting involved in combat with Yetis head on. Marines solo aren't nearly enough to... Marines in such a small group aren't enough. Not nearly enough. Okay. Fight your way down here. Oh, there you are. I did not see it there for a moment. Okay. Ooh, they're coming in a bit of a big wave there. T. V. So get them to start trying to heal up. Get some more health from Razorface. I was actually really worried Razorface, Gigapaw, confusing the two now, or was about to flank up here. Nearly have... There. T. Keep healing. Keep healing. Move. Move. Engage. Engage. Make it so. We're just booking it. Move. Engage. Heal. Run. T. Engage. You. Engage them. Attack. Can't pop the heal yet. Or, well, the lifesteal, technically. V. Engage. I'm really liking Razorface. It's such a useful unit. Also, the reason I'm thinking we may get Gigapaw instead. Like, we beat them down enough, we could... It's one or the other kind of thing. Because they can speak English, apparently. Or maybe that's just a joke to explain how it has a name. It could just be a joke to explain how it has a name. It could go either way, I have no idea. And I'm really excited because I'm actually really enjoying this. I think I'm just happy that I finally got the, you know, audio levels fine. Okay, just engage. E, engage staff. T, move. Kill it. W. Follow it. Kill it. Maul it. Make sweet sensual love to it. Wait, what? Chase it. Go back. Engage. Aw, you bastard. I think it's going to keep hopping around even more than it was before, because it's on low health. Because I know I wouldn't be standing still if I was on low health. You know, I would be not just standing and fighting. Come on. Oh, you bastard. Move, you idiots! For a moment, this wasn't working. Sometimes my mouse doesn't cooperate, so move. Okay. Kill it. TV. Move. Okay. That surprisingly worked out. Still, I'm down to the Marines that I came in with, but whatever. Also, what's with the healing thing? It's like there's a big... Oh, damn. Down 3 Marines now. Reinforcements are headed your way at the Mouter Cave. Don't know why I couldn't have come in with all... I could have just crushed this place without even Razorface. I guess they're setting up camp outside, making sure no one else gets in. Oh, I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, thank you for coming back. So you did stop. Beautiful. Oh, so much for recruiting. That's interesting. Nox Bomb. Oh, that's the Nox Bomb. Nox Bomb is armed. Rejoin with surface forces. Cave will be uninhabitable momentarily. Ah, that looks like a flamethrower thing we see in the Nova missions, I do believe. Ugh. Victory. Genesis hard. We got a L.A.R.A point and a Decker point. Our mission time is 1 hour 47 minutes 56. We lost 34 units. We killed 1,061. We sided with L.A.R.A, giving us a +2 bonus, so we got +3 L.A.R.A points. Nice. And there's a secret. I didn't know. Huh. There's a secret. I've always been terrible at finding them. But now that I know it exists, I can keep an eye out for them. It's like going into Serious Sam and not knowing, you know? You're not going to really find many. So, next mission. Then I'm going to actually take a break for a moment. And, please work. Oh, hallelujah, set it up right. I can follow simple English. Hallelujah. Lifeforce Mission 2. Prond 19. Crumbling industrial plant. The junk frigate will get repaired between attacks. Unless you take it down for good. So, if you don't set it up right, you don't get actually the, like, campaign bonuses and whatnot. It doesn't continue between missions. And since I set it up right, by following simple English in the instructions, all went well. All went well. Prond 19, mission objectives. Clear the landing zone, destroy the junk frigate, raise the striker bases, and retake the plant. And we got 3 new assets. We got the Sphinx, a heavy missile assault unit, deals extra damage to armored units, can attack air units on us upgraded, and built at the factory. I guess if it's upgraded it can attack ground as well. Because if it can only attack air, it's going to be a little shit. Though the junk frigate is unlikely to be a ship. So it's probably key in taking that down. Armory. Contains upgrades for different types of units and weapons. That could be nice. And we also have the Synth Lab. Can revive dead hero units. Requires the Civics Hub. So if, you know, Razorface dies, we can just clone him. Fantastic. Production and Recycling Plant 19 on the planet of Marsara has been compromised, and we've been hired by the plant's board of directors to retake it. After living condition negotiations repeatedly fell through between management and the striking factory employees, things took a bloody turn when the strikers took the facility by force. The strikers have since repurposed construction equipment as war machines, and they've even commandeered a massive junk frigate. Could be an excellent opportunity to further test Razorface. Beautiful. So, I'll be back in 1 second, folks. Hey, folks, and I'm back. Let me just check. Recording locally. 30, 60, 90, 20, 50, 80, 10, 40, 70. All is well. I stopped and I was just thinking about something there, and remember when I was bitching about I was talking about 40k for a moment there. Basically, people were mocking StarCrafting. They weren't using that as the Marines being weaker thing as a point against StarCraft. No, they were just mocking that, the differences between the two. I was irritated over the TB thing, and basically I was irritable at everything. And my words, when I get irritable, my mouth is the habit of running and me saying things that might necessarily be true or accurate. I have an annoying tendency of pulling shit out of my ass and calling it a, gold nugget. I realized after that, yeah, it's not true. Not true in the slightest. Well, yeah, actually, no, that sentence did actually make sense. So yeah, that was inaccurate. Mainly, I think the reason people weren't a fan of StarCraft was because, in their eyes, it was a complete rip-off of Warhammer 40k. Whether that's true or not is another thing entirely. Some have argued that Blizzard wanted to make a Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40k RTS. Not necessarily the same RTS, but they wanted to make an RTS for one or both of the series before. And Games Workshop said no. And thus was born Warcraft and StarCraft. Now, neither company will acknowledge it. I can see why Blizzard wouldn't, because it would be awkward for them. And for the Games Workshop people, it would also similarly be awkward, and I can see why. Look how well StarCraft and Warcraft have done, They're really big games. StarCraft is the unofficial national sport of South Korea, for example. It's really big over there. It's big in Korea. Probably big in Japan too. I can, a bit of egg on their face there. But I've seen another point that, it's a fair chance that they might, StarCraft may have been influenced by Warhammer 40k. But at the same time, they were both probably influenced by similar material as well. Like, there's, for example, Space Marines in other content as well, not just 40k. So maybe, and there's xenomorphs in other content. So maybe, StarCraft isn't necessarily just taking everything from 40k. Maybe they're just influenced by similar base material. Like, say if two stories take from Arthurian legend. Story B isn't necessarily a rip-off of Story A. Not necessarily. It might be, but it's not necessarily true. So basically, I can see why they're miffed, but at the same time I don't know if it's accurate. So, I have no idea, and I'm afraid, unless, one of the devs at Blizzard gets really drunk or really high or both, or is injected with truth serum, we will never know. And even if they did, if there's no story to tell, they're hardly going to say anything, are they? So, anyway, let us continue, shall we? I'm actually feeling really good now. I'm glad to finally get back to recording. I actually, in the last week, beyond the audio test, of which I've spent like 3-4 hours doing, I would guess, well, it's probably 2-3 hours, I've recorded an hour 20-ish. It might be an hour 24. It might have been an hour 14. It's an hour something. No more than like an hour 25 minutes in a week, because I'm now awake during the day, and this has been a very, very busy week between cats, a pet of mine dying, and other shit. It's been a right mess. So I'm just glad to finally be back recording. And you don't care about any of this, so let's continue. Or you might, but I question. And, well, you can't exactly answer to me right now, can you? So, on with the show! I'm actually really enjoying this, I have to say. Probably wise to stay in high orbit until we finalize our strategy. We found some interesting things on Genesis that we can put towards new tech. Those crystals in Yeti Cave have given us some useful data that we can use to make our defenses stronger. This research will be lost if we would have detonated that nuke. Check out the foundry for upgrades. Presumably there would have been a